guys, nothing says spring cleaning as getting rid of 1,000 items from your kids' space, or the items that belong to your kids. But don't tell them, because about some of them they might have been upset. But let's just say that I'm an adult in this situation. I make choices for my children, certain choices for my children, because they live in my space. And as the video progresses, I will tell you more what was my thought process and why I got rid of some of the things. But you guys, 1,000. I have 2 boys, ages. At the time when I started decluttering, it was right after New Year or a little bit before the New Year. Not exactly sure, the footage will tell me. But it took me 2 months to do it, January and February. Right now it's almost March when I'm recording it. So we'll see. Hopefully I'm posting it sometime not too far away, because the picture that I took of like the big chunky things that I was getting rid of was from January, December. There's a Christmas tree in the picture, so it's a little bit not on topic anymore. However, yes, I am so relieved that those items are gone. It was not very difficult for me to do that. Watch and you will see what exactly those things were. So yes, you guys, I am not sure if you have ever decluttered and then counted the items that you have decluttered. You will be amazed at how many items you can get rid of by simple declutter. Even though this declutter was not simple, as you can see, here is my boys' clothing. Over the span of almost 6 years, I was obviously saving the clothing because I had a first boy, and then I had another boy, and being pregnant with a third child, I was not sure if I'm having a girl or a boy, so I could not get rid of the clothing before we found out. And then when we got the news that it's a girl, I knew, okay, then the boys' clothing will not be kept anymore, because currently in the plans for us to not have any more children. We'll see what the future brings, but if for some reason we do end up with another newborn or a small boy, God will provide and we will be able to get more clothing items for him. I am very sure, like 100% sure. So yes, my first decluttering was the clothing in our storage bedroom. I took it downstairs. I'm not exactly sure why it was separated, but this is the first chunk of clothing that was on the second floor. Some baby items that I did keep some of them, but this is the huge bin of the clothing that is not neutral, that I would not be keeping, and then some shoes. So this is the first huge batch of items that will be kept, and this is discarded because it's all stained. And then we went upstairs and got a second humongous bin. You guys, the size of this bin, I could not lift it up by myself. It's very large. So, but yeah, it is like 6 years worth of clothing that we were keeping for the boys. And right now, both of my boys, currently they're 6 and 3, they're very close in size, because my youngest son is a big boy, so he's wearing almost everything that my older boy is wearing as well. So we don't need any baby clothes. So I basically went through everything, and I did keep some gender neutral items. But yes, basically this humongous thing will be donated and given to the people who can use it. And this big enough box was kept because it was gender neutral. And then again, some items that will be discarded that are stained badly enough. Then I went into my boys' room, and then I went through the clothing that they're currently wearing. There were some winter items and some summer items that's right, I did keep some of the unseasonal clothing in their room. So the shorts will not fit them this coming summer anymore, so I knew that I had to get rid of them. The same thing with the t-shirts. So I went through all of the clothing in their bedroom, and oh my god, do you see how much clothing there was? Oh wow, it's like, and well, maybe I'm mistaken. I feel like we don't buy that much clothes for them, but maybe we do. I seriously need to analyze my budget and our expenses with how we're spending and where we're spending our money. But that's the pile for my little guy that I kept, the pile for the big boy that I kept, and then this is the pile that of a size that is close to them right now, but this all will be donated because it's just a touch for them that they have just outgrown. And then some shoes that obviously were donated as well. And then I just kept going through. There was another closet that's right with unseasonal items. Not seasonal, it's like super wintry items like snowsuits and boots and all of those things. I looked at fits them and what doesn't. And then I happily packaged the items that will be donated into the bags. I feel like trash bags are the easiest for us to transport, so I almost always use trash bags that are cheap, easy, and convenient to move around. So there were, I think, 3 bags here from this room, maybe a little bit more, and then maybe another 3 bags here. You will see in a moment. But yes, you guys, so much clothing. There were around 600 or maybe just a touch more items from their clothing. So that was the humongous part of 1,000 items that I have donated, which again, you could be like, Yana, this is not fair. You titled the video 1,000 items where the majority of it is clothing that you will not be wearing anymore. But I feel like whenever there is a life change, that's the time to declutter and refresh your space and give yourself a little bit of a boost and know that, okay, now I have more space, not specifically for things, but probably for experiences and for the time that you don't have to organize those things in your life, and it is way easier to live your life that way. But yes, here I did realize that there was a little bit too much clothing still left in the clothing that my boys are currently wearing. So I went and did a double take in their clothing and saw how many items they actually have in their bins, how many shirts, how many pants. And there were a few extra items that I have gotten rid of it. And then a few more items that obviously I organized and put to where they belonged. And then again, another chunk of the items that I have decluttered were clothing, the gender neutral pieces that I have left. As I'm not sure if you know it, but my sister-in-law and my brother sent me a few boxes of the clothing, like hand-me-down clothing from their girls. So I basically have all of the clothing for my baby girl for the first year of life, and even a little bit more. So I needed to make sure which items I had to be able to evaluate my gender neutral pieces and see, do I really need them? And oh my goodness, you guys, first of all, the abundance of items. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, my brother and my sister-in-law. It was amazing to me. And second, I don't understand people who keep gender neutral pieces for their babies when there's an option for the specific gender specific items, because girls' clothing is so stinking adorable. You guys, I can't even stand how cute everything is. And yes, after seeing the abundance of items for each part of the age, like 0 to 3, 3 till 6, 6 till 9 months, once I saw how much I had, now looking at the box with gender neutral pieces, I'm like, I don't think I need them. And there's another box, so I just looked at every piece and I'm like, I don't think I'll be keeping most of them. I did keep some, but not all of them, obviously, and that was another part of like chunk of clothing that I have donated again. My next category that I have decluttered were toys. I am sure in most of the households there are so many toys, and you guys, we have bought some toys, but the majority of them were gifted to us and were given to us, and we didn't even spend that much money. And that's my point, that I will probably be doing another toy declutter or some kind of toy organization systems, because toys are invading my house, and despite me decluttering a bunch of the items, I'm pretty sure I have decluttered around 300 items, maybe a little bit less, of the toy pieces, and that was another big category that helped me declutter that many items. But yes, even after getting rid of them, it feels like we still have so much, and the boys do not know what is missing because of the abundance of everything else. And yes, that time was really good for me because I put away some items like Legos. My little guy is pretty mischievous with Legos, even though my older boy likes playing with them. My little one just dumps them and doesn't clean up and doesn't help clean up. So I put away all of the Legos right now because my big boy doesn't care for them too much. He likes them, but it's okay if he doesn't have them for now. So yes, I categorize Legos and put them away. And then dress up clothes, they do play with it once in a while, but very rarely. There's like seasons, like a few weeks where they're very interested. So I kept it because it is kind of expensive. It's like $30-$40 for a set of dress up clothing. So I did keep that, but I packed it away that it's not in the immediate space where they're playing. So basically this time for me was that I got rid of all of the toys that they're not playing with and put away the categories that they are liking but not currently playing. And then yes, the next one, as you can see, the book. It was a little sad for me to get rid of the books, and basically I got rid of all the books that were torn and damaged to the point of where they're not very usable, like ripped in half. And the reason was because me and my husband, we do not have time to fix them. We kept them for a few years now, since my big boy started ripping them slowly, and then I was like, okay, there is no way for us to fix it. I asked my husband, will he fix them or no? He said no, and I just made a very sad choice, and I threw away all of the books that were damaged, and I kept all of the good books, and there's still plenty of books for them to go through, to read, to enjoy. And yes, it has been a few months and we still haven't gone through all of the books that they had. The next category was puzzles. Me and my big boy went through all of the puzzles that we had, which we had a lot, and he kept whichever ones he liked, which basically were almost all of them. I threw away one puzzle, I think one or two sets of puzzles that were missing pieces, so they're basically not usable for us anymore, and that was it. And then the last category is their craft supplies. I went through craft supplies a few times, and that was my first declutter, when I went through the things that my big boy has created, and a lot of the papers and crayons and old craft supplies that were obviously trash. So I have gotten rid of those, and that's it, you guys. That was amazing how kind of easy it was. It took time to do, but 1,000 items, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope the video was not disappointing to you and you were not like, wow, that was way too easy to do, Yana, you tricked us. I hope you did not feel this way, because decluttering comes with life changes, or decluttering can change your life. Basically both of those things. In my case, that part of decluttering came with a life change that I'm not going to have any more boys. I suspect that's the plan for now. If there will be more boys in the future, then we'll source more clothing for them from somewhere else. But for now, for these upcoming 5 years or so, definitely there shouldn't be no little boys coming into my life. Not that I know of. God will tell me if he has different plans, but that's what happened in my life. So yes, decluttering, I feel like it is such a cleansing process and such a necessary part of our lives, and makes our lives so much better. And yes, you guys, if you like decluttering videos or videos that help you with your work-life balance, I'm a work-at-home mom. I am a wedding photographer, and as you can see, 2 boys, a girl on the way, almost. She should be here like within a few days or so at the time of the recording of this video. But yes, if you're watching this video, if you want to see her, she's on Instagram somewhere, she's somewhere in the YouTube maybe already, I'm not sure. But yes, if you want work-life balance tips as well as the things that work in my life, that make my life better as a mom, as a working woman, subscribe. I would love to have you as my subscriber and share the nuggets of wisdom, the nuggets of understanding that come into my life from day to day, through struggles, through tears, for literal blood and sweat, with work. Wedding photography is pretty traumatic for the body. So yes, I share the things that work in my life, and hopefully that helps you navigate your life. And if you have tips for me, I would love to hear them too, because we can all use some help. Yes, but yes, I would love to see you in my future videos. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you later. Bye-bye.